behind us is a tiny house.
Hey everybody, I'm outside my sister's super awesome tiny house right now, and before I go any further, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to her for being nice enough to show us around inside and also tie up her floor ceiling schedule to allow me to drive down from San Francisco, literally hop out of the car and start filming in there. So a huge thank you, Audrey, for doing that. Now, one other thing to note is this has been broken up into a two-part video. This video is her more or less giving a tour of the house and giving some general specs, and then the next video that will be released is going to be her more going into the nitty-gritty details, if you will, about what it takes to design a tiny house and build a tiny house, and also just give some general tips. One other thing to note is everything that you saw had to be shot in one take for time reasons, because quite literally when the camera stopped rolling, my dad and sister literally were sealing the floors inside here. So sorry if things aren't perfect in here. My sister is hoping around Christmas time when I come down to visit, it'll be pretty much finished so I can do a follow-up video if you guys are interested. Also, if you have questions about tiny houses, please feel free to leave comments down below and I'll channel them to my sister and see if she can't answer them.
So the tiny house is built on a 24-foot trailer. So the interior dimensions are just a little under 7.5 feet wide and 23.5 feet long. And then it's just under 13.5 feet tall. Let there be light. So over here on the end is the kitchen, as you can see. My favorite part is the lighting. So these are LED strips from good old China. And then they were soldered on and the electrical is inside the wall. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out and the amount of light that's shining down on the kitchen. So this will be all the lighting for the kitchen area. Sink. So it's nice and deep. Countertop is from IKEA. Then I have Turkish marble backsplash. I have a pretty good size oven. Mind the dust. It will be cleaned.
Can you cook me a pie in it?
Probably. I will cook you a pie. Then I have soft closed drawers. Only the finest. And then I'll have, I think it's about a 4.5 cubic foot fridge over here. And so then this, I'll be able to put mixers or blenders on top, so it's really utilizing the width of the house. Then over here will be where the dining room is, and I'm going to have a table which will fold up in front of the window, and then I plan on having one post in the middle just to keep it really open, and the tabletop will match the countertop. And I do not remember what type of wood it is. We are now approaching the living room. On the floor, this is 3/4 inch solid red oak. I'm really happy with it. We'll see what I think about it after I finish it tomorrow. Over here originally was going to be a desk, but I've kind of changed around the layout. So there's going to be a ladder on the wall. It'll be screwed into the wall. It'll climb straight up through this opening, and then you can take a peek into the loft. The loft is the full width of the house, so it's 7.5 feet wide and then just a little over 10 feet long. Then over here I plan on having a built-in bookshelf and then the outlets in there just in case I need to plug anything in. It's rather dark in here, but this is my nice large semi-walk-in closet. What's really great about it is it's a little bit deeper than a standard closet. So the closet pulls are going to go here and here. And then all the shelving behind it, I'll just be able to open up my clothes. And then this will fit, let's see, 6, 12, 18, 24, 32 shoe boxes. So it should fit all my shoes. And then on this side, I built this little platform so I can fit a few more shoes underneath. And then I'll have wire baskets with drawers And then over here, I'll have just a little area to hang my dresses. So this is aromatic cedar. Quite aromatic. As good as it looks, I've got to say. So I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. And then over here, there will be a pocket door. And then this leads to the bathroom. Left here will be where the toilet is. I'm hoping and praying to get hooked up into the sewer. If not, over here I have some inset shelves. A little dusty. You can write some notes on there. So I'm just waiting to trim that and then it'll be done. I have a nice picture window here. The sink will be right here. And then it'll have exposed plumbing. And then if we trade places,
it is tight in here.
This is where the shower will go. So the plumbing will be on the wall. I'm thinking of doing exposed copper plumbing just for a more rustic look. And I'm still kind of going back and forth as to what I'm going to do for a tub. And then the flooring, I'm going back and forth with that as well. I might bring the red oak in here and then just do a really high gloss finish, or I might go ahead and do some sort of a tile or linoleum, but that is still to be determined. And I think that pretty much concludes it. As far as the materials, everything on the walls, everything that's painted cream, this was all reclaimed. This came from a local business, so that was all free actually. And then up above, this is all reclaimed cedar. This came from a house that was local as well. That was $50. And then up here, this was somewhat reclaimed. It was never installed, but it was an extra from a project from another home locally. The cedar in the closet was from the Restore Store, so again, someone's extras. And then the pine in the bathroom was also from the Restore Store, and that was reclaimed. So almost every, all of the wood was reclaimed. The same with the flooring. This came from Craigslist, $1 a square foot. Not bad. And then all of the windows, they're all brand new. But most of them are from the Restore Store or Craigslist, so I literally didn't pay more than $60 for a window. I think it averaged around $30 or $40 a window, and they're beautiful. I have Lincoln, I have Marvin, Milgard, Genweld, I have it all. So, oh, and then over here, the kitchen. So this came from the Restore Store as well. And then the base right here, it'll have drawers. So 3 extra drawers for storage. And then this was custom built by my dad. So this was just to extend it to the full width of the house. Oh, and then the doors were claimed, of course, as well. The switch plates are from Urban Ore in Berkeley. They're metal. They're pretty cool. So they're magnetic. That way you don't see the screws, which is kind of fun. This was a project that was supposed to take 6 to 9 months. I think I'm on year 3, so it's,
why am I not surprised?
Right. I am under budget, which I'm very proud of, but the timeline has been a little extended. I've taken some long breaks for travel and just to have some time off, but for the most part, my dad and I worked on it together. So my dad, yeah, we're gonna have to, yeah.
Okay, really sorry about that awkward cutoff point. In short, my sister had some food cooking in the oven that had to get dealt with before it burned. So that's the reason why she had to run into the house. So I'm sorry I had to cut the video right here, guys, but I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss the next installment of my sister's tiny house, where I actually sit down with her and she kind of gives more some tips, tricks, and advice for if you want to build a tiny house and if it's really right for you or not. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Make It With Calvin. If you did, please let me know, as I'd love to do more interview style videos with people if you want to see that. I'll see you next time on Make It With Calvin.